And it's an intense day of diplomacy. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov arrived in India amid an ongoing geopolitical flux in the wake of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. While India's Ministry of External Affairs has remained tight-lipped about Lavrov's schedule, he will meet his counterpart, India's Foreign Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar, today, and is also expected to meet Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the evening, along with Indian National Security Advisor Ajit Doval. Lavrov is likely to brief India on Russia's operations in Ukraine and how the peace talks are progressing. Russia will use this visit to push for closer trade links with India. Now, Russia is looking for help to reduce the impact of the economic sanctions imposed by the West. So far, India has maintained a neutral stance, refusing to bow down to pressure by the West to sanction the Kremlin. India is currently buying Russian oil and has also purchased missile systems from Russia. Taking note of this, the United States and Australia on Thursday criticized India for considering a Russian proposal which they say would undermine sanctions imposed by the West. Reports suggest that India is weighing a plan to make rupee ruble dominated payments, that is an alternative to the SWIFT banking system, after the United States and European Union cut off 7 Russian banks from using the cross-border payment system. And on Lavrov's visit, however, the United States did say that every country has a different equation with Russia and that they're not seeking to change that.
Infrastructure.
Different countries are going to have their own relationship with the Russian Federation. It's a fact of history, it's a fact of geography. That is not something that we are seeking to change. What we are seeking to do, whether it is in the context of India or other partners and allies around the world, is to do all we can to see to it that the international community is speaking in unison, speaking loudly against this unjustified, unprovoked, premeditated aggression, calling for an end to the violence, using the leverage that countries, including India, have to those ends.
India has so far refrained from taking sides, asking both sides to resolve the dispute through dialogue. But its position has triggered intense diplomatic maneuvers from all sides. Diplomats from all sides are touching down in India to try their hand at persuasion. Just a day before Lavrov's trip, India hosted US Deputy National Security Advisor Dileep Singh and UK Foreign Secretary Liz Truss. China's foreign minister also visited India for the first time since 2019. And WION's principal diplomatic correspondent Siddhant Sibbal has sent us this report. Let's listen in.
While Delhi is becoming hot as summer approaches, the diplomatic temperature is also rising here in the national capital, in the Indian national capital. We saw the UK Foreign Secretary was here, the Deputy NSA of United States was here, and they gave their own perspective and particularly caution about India importing oil from Russia. But on that, we know that India has clearly stated that India's crude oil import from Russia is very small. Russia is not even in the top 10 importers when it comes to India importing its crude oil. So there is a West versus Moscow situation developing. At the heart of it, of course, India playing an important role, not only as a busy capital, but also keeping its strategic autonomy in place. Siddhant Sibbal for WION in New Delhi.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.